you were saying, and you mentioned, it's on your post as well, that if you watch Netflix and you're watching all the narco stuff, and you're just seeing everything about Colombia, but you've been involved in discussions with the Colombian government. Is that right, about with the legalization of cocaine?
Yeah. So I was just actually a book I wrote in 2017 called Legalizing Drugs, the key to ending the war, which is going to be available from next week, I think, as a PDF on our website. You don't have to buy it. I'm not plugging my book for.
Do you want? I'll put the link. So, I'll put the link to the website, and then you can
put the link on the website. I'll be tweeting it later in the week.
Yeah, sure.
But the foreword for that book was written by Cesar Gaviria, he's if you've seen the Narcos series, he was the president of Colombia in that series, who took down Pablo Escobar, and he wrote the foreword for my book. And he's someone who fought the drug war himself. He fought against Pablo Escobar, took him down, in fact.
Do you think he won? Do you think he won?
So go on.
Do you think he won?
Who? Pablo?
No, obviously not.
No, he didn't. No, well, he didn't. But you see, that's the point, that he fought the drug war for, literally fought the drug war for his whole term. And Colombia has been fighting the drug war, in many ways, our drug war for us on the front line in Colombia for decades, and it's ravaged the country, fueled the civil war, caused untold human displacement, human misery, human death, fueled so much violence and cartel corruption and insecurity. It's been and that's something we really need to think about, is that our drug policy in the UK and in the Europe and in the developed world has this huge impact on the producer countries and transit countries, places like Colombia and Afghanistan and Central America and Mexico, where so many plant-based drugs are produced and transited. They're primarily to serve markets in Europe and North America. The decisions we make here have impacts in Colombia. The cocaine that people are using in London does come from Colombia. Now, you do hear that quite often. Oh, if you're using cocaine, it's unethical and you're fueling. And that's true. It is. It is unethical. People should not be using cocaine because it is fueling violence. But I always feel it's a bit. It's just they got it round the wrong way if they're blaming the drug users, because it's not like the drug users have an option to go and buy fair trade, ethical, organic cocaine. It's not. There is only one kind, and it is the cartel variety. If there was if there was ethical fair trade cocaine and people were still buying the cartel stuff, I'd say, okay, now you've got a better argument. But it's not. It's prohibition that creates that problem. And I was just actually looking at one of the UN reports today. The UK is the biggest importer of legal medical cocaine in the world. We import about 350 odd kilos of cocaine a year for medical uses. And so there is a legal cocaine market. Coca leaf, it's grown in Peru, it's flown to the US, it's, they take the cocaine out for medical use, and the decocainized coca leaf goes to the Coca-Cola company to make Coca-Cola, hence the name Coca-Cola or Coke. It's because it's made from coca, which is where cocaine comes from. And then all the cocaine comes to the UK. So that, there is already a legal cocaine market. It's not a mystery. That legal cocaine market, there's no Pablo Escobar, there's no cartels, there's no violence, there's no, decapitated bodies being strung up off motorway bridges. It's just a normal pharmaceutical product like everything else. And that is what a legal market for cocaine would be. People are going to be using cocaine either way.
Yeah.
Whether it's prohibited, millions of people are using it. If it's legal, millions of people will carry on using it, but it'll be legal. It won't be associated with all that horrible carnage and mess. So the same logic that applies to the legalization of cannabis, that prohibition doesn't work, it makes everything worse. Legal regulation would help us protect public health, reduce crime, and all the rest of it. It applies to more dangerous drugs as well, including cocaine and including heroin. And we've already, we talked about heroin prescribing. Heroin prescribing is heroin. It's the same heroin, but you get it from a doctor instead of getting it off a street dealer. And that heroin, a lot of it's grown. The poppies are grown in the UK. You have great big fields of poppies growing all over Devon and everywhere. That is then, that opium, same opium you grow in Afghanistan that soldiers are out there trying to, flame throw. It's turned into heroin, and some of that heroin is prescribed to dependent heroin users in the UK already. So, we've got these, both with cocaine and heroin, we've already got legal markets of these products that show how that can work in a way that is so vastly less destructive than under prohibition. But either way, heroin and cocaine are here.